18, 19s, 20s, underage groups that can come in there. And, you know, but increase the laws against drunk drivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, throw the book at them, especially on a second offense.
Right.
You know, if they're of legal age to drink, 19, and they're caught driving, then they need to have a little harsher sentence.
Right.
But I also think that if you did it at 19, more kids are closer to their parents at that stage, and the parents would start participating and explaining stuff. And when they're 21, you're out of the house.
Yeah.
And you're gone, and there's really no parental control or support or anything like that. You pretty much
Right.
quit talking to your parents about that, and you're sneaking it in between times, so you're definitely not talking to your
Mhm.
parents about it. But if you were 19, you still have a pretty much a good going conversation with your parents, and they can
Yeah.
have a conversation about it.
Well, I think, you know, you also, it's the status of underage drinking that you're talking about here, as well as
Mhm.
drunk driving.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in New Orleans, and you were drinking when you were 15, which was underage because the legal age was 18 at that point too. But, so I think kids are always going to drink as soon as it becomes available to them, whether it's through their friends or peers or you know, somebody that just slips them a beer. I think the education against driving while you're intoxicated is what needs to be increased.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree, because the whole argument against the fact that they can get married, they can go off to war, all those things when they're
Exactly.
18, okay, yes, they should be allowed to have the drink, but like you said, increase the discipline on drunk driving, because I think that's where it's really affecting it. Or these kids are binge drinking, and I truly believe that. I think they're like, I got it, because I can't go into the clubs, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna down them before I go into the club so I can have fun,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a very dangerous thing for those kids.
Yeah, because a lot of these clubs allow kids under 21 to come in and have to wear wristbands so they can't drink.
But
But
who's
you
to
can
say
tell
somebody
they're
can't
good
hand
for
them?
Their friend that's 21 sitting next to them, they're not gonna police them. Now, they do have undercover agents in there, but, you know, it's really hard to distinguish between a Diet Coke and a rum and Coke sometimes.
Mhm, right.
so,
Right.
uh,
Right. So they're gonna do it.
All right.
But
Does anybody think it's a good idea to keep it at 21?
I think we're all parents of kids that are either illegal drinking age or.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the biggest things that a lot of municipalities want to keep it at 21 is that their revenue stream from ticketing minors
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's great.
is unbelievable.
Bullseye.
Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
and that's what they throw the mass statistics out there, but it's almost like if we couldn't do the minors and consumptions, the minors and possessions, you know, our revenue stream, you know, I'd like to see what their revenue streams would be. dropped.
Bullseye, Randy.
You know,
Very good point.
Very, very good point.
you know, so it's easy to yell fire when there's really not a fire, you know, and I think that's what a lot of municipalities are doing.
Maybe it's with the 21-year-olds, make it to, at 21 you can buy anything and drink anything, but from 19, and for 19 and 20-year-olds, do the 3-2 beer.
Yeah, you can just
And-
beer.
Can't buy
and wine.
liquor.
Yeah.
Can't buy hard alcohol.
Hard liquor.
Just like here in
Yeah.
Flower Mound, you can't buy hard liquor in Flower Mound, so I mean,
Right,
just
yeah, just make it
make it beer and wine.
beer and
Right.
wine, and then the hard stuff after 21.
Mhm.
Very good. Very good points. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I'm hearing is 19 is a good age.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 is too young.
18 is too young.
Mhm.
21, you're too distant, and
Mhm.
you're just finding out stuff on your own instead of kind of being guided by somebody mature.
Yeah.
Just
maybe
going to
too late for
bars.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, I think that was a good discussion. I'm just going to summarize a little bit. We'll go ahead and conclude. Now, while the drinking age limit remains at 21 years of age, many people believe that our country would benefit from reducing it to 18 or 19 years. Although each state could reduce their age limits, the states know that their government funding would be heavily cut. The opponents of reducing the drinking age, predominantly MAD, use statistical evidence for their fight. They use numbers that show the decrease of driving fatalities and the lower risk of alcohol-related problems. Numbers always help affection achieve credibility. On the other hand, there are the proponents of reducing the drinking age. This party sheds light on the positive possibilities and rights of an adult. For example, if an 18-year-old is considered an adult, he or she can participate in marriage, fight for their country, and vote. Then the same person should be able to drink. Also, other possible scenarios are presented, like alcohol being more normalized and not viewed as cool. So, I'd like to thank y'all for participating in the discussion, and I think we got some good ideas here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good job.